Now, I would like to introduce our third speaker of the day. Let me give him a formal introduction. So we have with us Ramadan Razi. He was born in Lokismave in 1987. He was graduated with a bachelor's degree majoring in Islamic law, faculty of Sharia and law from Al-Zahar University, Tanta province, Egypt. While he graduated from a master's degree from the Jakarta State Islamic University in a postgraduate school with a concentration in Islamic economics. Currently, the author is active in various organizations. One of them is the Islamic Economic Community Organization, the Association of Islamic Economists, the Land Transportation Entrepreneur Organization, and many more. Apart from being active in various organizations, Ramadan Razi is permanent lecturer at the Islamic Economics and Business Faculty at IAIN Lekismave Aceh, Indonesia, and a visiting lecturer at several universities. Currently, the author is also active in various studies to improve the Sharia economy both domestically and abroad. I feel fortunate to have with us Dr. Razali. I would like to invite you, also welcome you. Please give us some information and some, insights. And like other sessions, I'm quite sure that we are going to learn something new, and that will be very useful for all of us. And I'm really happy in this faculty development program that we had all these speakers, so renowned speakers and very learned people we had, and our participants have benefited, taken so many insights from them. So thank you so much, Dr. Razali. Please take your session. Thank you.
Thank you so much for moderator Dr. Swati. First, I would like to thank you to Prof. Regine for inviting me in this international conference. Actually, Dr. Swan, this is my second presentation in Cape Comorin. Hopefully, with this presentation, there is something that I share with the benefits. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight I would like to presentation about. Please allow me I will share the presentation. Is my presentation visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay, tonight I would like to present my presentation entitled Education and the Fourth Industrial Revolution. But before we will discuss about the education in education in the Industrial Revolution 4.0. We would like to refresh our brains about the memory, the history of Industrial Revolution. Ladies and gentlemen, as we know, the first Industrial Revolution that occurred in the 18th century was marked by the invention of the steam engine, which was used for the production process of goods. At that time in England, the steam engine was used as the first mechanical loom that could increase the productivity of the textile industry. And work equipment that initially relies on human and animal labor is expected to be in accordance with this. And in addition, steam engines are used in the transportation sector. International transportation, at that time was sea transportation, which still used wind power. However, the wind is not completely reliable because it can make the wind blow from the opposite direction or even no wind at all. That is the first industrial revolution. And second, industrial revolution occurred at the beginning at the 20th century. The industrial revolution was marked by the invention of electric power, muscle power, which at that time had been replaced by a steam engine, slowly begin to be replaced again by electric power. Even so, there are still obstacles that hinder the production process at the factory, namely transportation problem. But in the late of 19, cars began to mass products. This mass products does not necessarily make the production process time consuming because each car must be assembled from start to finish at the same point by a car assembler. That is, to assemble many cars, the assembly process must be carried out by many people who assemble cars at the same time. And after the second industrial revolution, humans still play a very important role in the production process of various types of goods. However, after the third industrial revolution, human no longer played an important role. And after this revolution, the industrial age slowly indeed, and the information age began. In the first revolution, it's triggered by a steam engine, and the second we can say is triggered by conveyor belt and electricity, and the third revolution we can say is triggered by the machine that can move and think automatically, and namely computers and robot. I mean. In the Industry Revolution 4.0, manufacturing technology has entered the trend of automation and data exchange. This includes cyber physical system, Internet of Things, or IoT, cloud computing, and cognitive computing. This trend has changed many areas of human's life, including the economy, the world of work, and even lifestyle. In short, the Industrial Revolution 4.0 instilled intelligent technology that can be connected to various area of human's life. And so we can say that the fourth industrial revolution is comprehensive transformation of all aspects of production in the industry through the merger of digital technology and the internet with conventional industry. So there is a characteristic in the industrial revolution, in fourth revolution of industry. The first is Internet of Things, like we say. That the Internet of Things, or IoT, is a system of interrelated computing device, mechanical and digital machine, object, animal, or people that are provided with unique identifiers. And the ability to transfer data over a network without requiring human to human or human to computer interaction. The second characteristic of the fourth industrial revolutions is big data. Actually, this term has been used since the 1990. Big data philosophy encompasses unstructured, semi-structured, and structured data. However, the main focus is on unstructured data. Big data size is constantly moving target. As 2012, ranking from a few dozen terabytes to many zettabyte of data. The third is cloud computing. What is cloud computing? Cloud computing is on the demand availability of computer system resource, especially data storage or cloud storage and computing power. So without direct active management by the user. The fourth is 3D printing or additive manufacturing. What is the 3D printing? Like we know, the 3D printing is the construction of a three-dimensional object from a CAD model or a digital 3D model. And the last is artificial intelligence. So AI is intelligence demonstrated by machines, unlike the natural intelligence displayed by human and animals, which involve consciousness and emotional. And there is a difference between the education while the globalization education and education 4.0. So the education 3.0 is an umbrella term used by educational theorists to describe a variety of ways to integrate technology into learning. There is a say, according to Jeff Burden, Education 3.0 entails a confluence of neuroscience, cognitive psychology, and educational technology by using digital and mobile web-based, including applications, hardware, and software. So, and the education 4.0 is a desired approach to learning that aligns itself with the emerging fourth industrial revolution. This industrial revolution focus on smart technology, artificial intelligence, and robotic, all of which now impact our everyday lives. For university to continue to produce successful graduates, they must prepare their students for a world where the cyber physical systems are prevalent across all industry. This means the teaching student about the technology as part of the curriculum. This is what we discussed in this presentation in the next slide. So changing the approach to learning together and utilizing this technology to better improve the university experience. And like we see, this is the distinction between globalization, education, and education 4.0. Like we know, the development of the world of education, the world cannot be separate from the influence of the development of globalization, where science and technology are developing rapidly. The era of the free market is also a challenge for the world of education because there are opportunity for educational institutions and educators from abroad to enter the country. For example, to our country, Indonesia, to face the global market, national education policy must be able to improve the quality of education and both academic and non-academic, and improve education management to be more production and efficient, as well as provide the widest possible access for the community to obtain education. Therefore, to implement global education, at least the basic foundation is education is the first learning and innovation, the first knowledge and skill. And the second, skill digital literacy, and the third, career and life skill. The difference between globalization education and education 4.0, for the basic education 4.0, the first is student can think critically. The second, students are expected to have the creativity and the innovative abilities. The third is communication skill and competence, and the fourth, the skill to cooperate and collaborate. Okay, and how about the economic education? Ladies and gentlemen, there is a challenge for the economic education, and there is an opportunity. The challenge for the student and for us, educator, that we must to teach the student that they must to understand how the improvement of technology. The second, the challenge is the student, they must to understand and to know and to master the digital economy. The third, they must understanding artificial intelligence, and the fourth, they must to know and maybe they must to master it. How is it the big data and creating digital marketing, fintech, for example, financial technology, cloud, etc. And the last, the student must understanding of various science. They not just master it economics, but they must understanding of various science, another from economics. The opportunity from this, if the student they master it of this challenge, so the opportunity they can controlling the digital market and business. There is a research that say in this industrial revolution 4.0, even industrial revolution 5.0, the employer hired 95% who the manager who can understand, who understand the technology, the digital economy, and they master it, the digital marketing, and they understand the fintech, and they understand the controlling digital market and businesses. This is the challenge and for the economists, students, and the opportunity. So we need some step or curriculum in the economic education for we can face, so we can face the industrial revolution 4.0. So that my assumption, the education that we need is the education are integrated technology, economic theory and skill, then that can create economies who are creative, innovative, and able to use the smart technology-based economy. So this is the 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 system that we need to add to our curriculum. Okay, so with the pandemic today, in several countries, I mean, require educator to carry out learning using digital technology. So, however, in some country, learning is considered inefficient. Therefore, in my opinion, learning is not only down thought courage, but also thought temptations. Therefore, learning is very suitable to be done thought integrate learning. So I mean, blended learning, especially in our country, Indonesia, is suitable for the integrate learning in this pandemic. What is the blended learning? The blended learning is combined the best aspect of online learning, structure face-to-face activities, and real world practice. So online learning system, classroom training, and on-the-job training have the major drawbacks by themselves. So the blended learning approach use the strength of each to counter the other weakness. So blended learning is that is supported by an effective combination of different modes of delivery, teaching and learning styles, and it's found in communication between all parties involved with training. As for the advantage of using blended learning as a combination of direct teaching, I mean face to face, and online teaching. But more than that, as an element of social interaction, namely, first there is a interaction between teacher and student. The second, teaching can be online or face to face. The third is blended learning combined in instructional modalities, and the fourth is combining instructional methods. So meanwhile, to face the industrial revolution, or even industrial revolution 4.0, or even 5.0, in my opinion, the most suitable learning method for teaching learning is not only economics, hopefully, but in the other subject is project based learning, especially in my country, especially. So project-based learning is a teaching method in which students gain knowledge and skill by working for an extent period of time to investigate and respond to an authentic, engaging, and complex question, problem, or challenge. There is the gold standard for high-quality project-basic learning. The first is 7 essential project design elements. Provide a framework for developing high quality project for the classroom. The second, 7 project basic teaching practice. So this is my presentation today. Hopefully there is a benefit from this my presentation. Thank you so much. I would like to back to the moderator. Thank you so much.